Good morning. I'm coming to you from Kingston, Jamaica. It's a Saturday morning here, and I'm going to be doing the collective energy reading for July 2022. My windows are open, and Jamaica is such a kind of lively place that I'm going to hear like cars going by, all sorts of noises, so just be forewarned about that. All right, so we're gonna start with some energies, and then we're gonna get a little bit of a tarot spread to see what's gonna be happening, and then we'll go into fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs to just get a little bit more specific for everybody. All right, so I'm starting off here with the Ching, which, it's going to tell us about changes, the changes happening, the big changes happening in energies. So, all right, for the collective, for July 2022, what is happening? What's coming towards us? All right, so we have number 11, harmony, earth above, sky below. We have number 30, fire above, fire below, clinging like fire. All right, so already you can see like there is a very almost like a strong energy, but it's like happening so that things can be grounded again. It's almost like a resilience or like a strong surge that's happening. This could be to do with the earlier part and then the later part of the month. I believe this one came out first, did it? No, this one. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit from the guidebook on this, because it's, the I Ching has such a kind of rich text. This one in particular, the Visionary I Ching, there's so much good things to hear. Flames hang on to their fuel in order to keep the fire burning. This is the clinging like fire one. Likewise, in the human world, everything that radiates light or love is dependent upon something else. Through the webs of our interdependence, we see that everything is related, each thing to the other. Awareness of your attachment to other people is the key that opens the door to knowing your true place in the world. No human is an island. Fire is also a symbol of liberation, crackling molecules that fly away from home. Paradoxically, by clinging to what is natural and appropriate, we gain inner freedom. Given perseverance on your part, this reading indicates success in spite of challenges. Cling to what is luminous in your life, in others, and in life itself. Never forgetting your position, your positive attachment to the highest good. When events seem foreboding or people seem oppressive, remember the good that has been and is yet to be. Holding to this idea is to cling to the power of light, the only force that can illuminate darkness. Okay. So it does seem like already there is something here about challenges, right? It's, as we talked about, it's letting whatever is inside that kind of inner light shine through. And almost like that is going to allow us to burn through anything that is challenging around us. All right, so let's look at harmony. All right, so harmony tells us here that the earth seems to be above heaven and heaven is on earth. The gravity of matter merges with the upward radiation of light. to create a condition of deep harmony. This juxtaposition denotes a time of peace and blessing for all living things in the affairs of humanity. Tranquility comes when the good, strong, and powerful show favor to the lowly, and those of more modest means are well disposed towards those who are more modest, who are currently blessed. There is an end to all feuds. In such a state, the energy is high, the way is clear, and the prospects for great success are outstanding. A deep chaos abides in nature, but humanity, by carefully responding to the rhythms and cycles of time, can find peace in the natural world. By planting the right crop in the right place in the right season, the mindfulness of the farmer brings harmony to the natural world of plants, and in return prosperity to his family. Similarly, business needs to adjust to the natural cycles of different seasons. Only through flexibility and constant adjusting can order and growth both be maintained. This peace produces a time of flowering and prosperity. The wise person channels this positive energy to all areas of life and in proper proportion, just as a farmer waters his or her fields and orchards. But be vigilant and discriminating. Peaceful conditions promote the growth of weeds as well as flowers. Okay. So I think we're seeing a picture here. There is, as you said, I feel like we've come through a lot, and it's taking a lot of people in general, all of you, to kind of push forward, right? We're entering that second half of the year, and a lot of the kind of desires and dreams that we have are coming forward. I feel like a lot of us who said, the first half of the year, we may have achieved something, or we may have not achieved as much as we wanted. First of all, be kind to yourself. But secondly, like, there's our first noise. So it's about clinging to what you have inside. This really makes me think of the kind of Ace of Wands energy in some ways, where there's a kind of spark lit inside. There is something very, almost like a torch, that it must keep burning. And it's saying is that going through that is almost like a fight in a way. So there's like fighting forward, but also be mindful that it is necessary to be harmonious, to also take things as they come, understanding that sometimes we do need peace, sometimes we do need rest after difficulty, particularly after something that if you are working diligently on projects, working diligently to get things done, sometimes you deserve that type of lull, that rest. And also, if you are in strife with people, if there is an environment around you where things are difficult, it might be sticking to your guns in terms of standing up for yourself. So the real Seven of Wands energy here of standing ground, but also a kind of inner belief, like a self-belief in where you're going, what you're doing. But the best way of action is not standing your ground for just antagonizing, but really because you believe that you have somewhere to go. But there's a peaceful way to do that. There's a harmonious way to go about what you want to achieve. All right, so let's get into tarot and see what else we have coming out about this message. All right, what do we have? I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. What do you want to tell us about the clinging like fire? For the collective, what's happening in July? Oh my god, like, okay. 3 came out. Okay, so we have Wheel of Fortune here. We have King of Cups in reverse, the Fool, and Ten of Torches in reverse. I'm taking them as they are. You know, I don't shuffle reversals into my deck, but I honor when it comes out in reverse. All right, so right at the middle of this is a sense of somebody jumping in to something that is difficult here, that has been difficult. But it's almost like burdens are being lifted, jumping into something that could very well be changing. I feel like this is, you know, the King of Cups is somebody that has control of their emotions, is very kind of chill, peaceful, kind of a lot like this harmony card. But in the reverse, this is potentially someone that does not understand how to be emotionally stable. Someone that, for whatever circumstances, whatever the reason, that type of stability, that type of inner harmony and control does not kind of work in the same way. And it's really like this kind of fire where like things burst forth, right? The fire energy is one that is impulsive. It burns bright, it's passionate, it doesn't hold its tongue. And this is exactly what we're saying with like you have your eye on the prize as a collective, where you're going. There is something, I feel there's a strong like inner kind of fire in everyone to move forward, but also I feel like something is actually driving us forward. You can see like this this whole environment is on fire, fire above, fire below. There is a kind of strong push. Something is pushing forward. People are going to be needing to think about a lot of the emotions that were deeply buried, or things that you've just felt like, you know, I've been living with this for a long time, or I've managed to kind of maintain how I feel about things. You might find that in July that things come forward, things want to come up. Maybe you're not managing that so steadily, and maybe it would be a time to think now about how you move forward, because things come up for a reason, right? We should listen to that. And that really brings us to this Fool energy, where something is coming up. We cannot necessarily control something anymore, and a King of Cups in reverse can sometimes be a bit difficult to deal with. So, you know, there's like, I feel like a lot of us, the energy is that there might be some environmental things. There could be also some political things happening that cause us to kind of just like let go and move forward. People are wanting to kind of just jump into situations that I don't feel like people want to have the burdens anymore. Whatever has been burdensome, with the Wheel of Fortune here, Wheel of Fortune and the universe in hidden energies here, and we do have the Tower. So it's like a whole completion of a cycle. And I don't know why I feel like this is to do with personal relationships. Yeah, I'm gonna clarify a little bit just to find out what this is about. Why is the King of Cups in reverse here? Nine of Discs. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Ten of Torches in reverse here? We have Nine of Discs, Four of Cups, the Hierophant. All right, yeah. So I feel like people this July. Let me grab some water. This July, at least starting in July, because we do have that Fool, so it's a kind of beginning for people, or a yearning for a beginning in July. because I feel like there has been some kind of dissatisfaction. Maybe people have felt like they have been complacent. You have been, things are not going right. That's normally when we want to just kind of lurch forward, and that's what we're talking about, to try to just like get further along our journey, right? There's a kind of like push. I now need to like listen to the fire in me to move forward. 10 of Torches, the Hierophant. I feel like people, if there has been contracts that we're in, and also traditional beliefs is kind of where it's pointing me, is like binding things that are binding, things that are like a marriage or religion. I think people are wanting to make that load lighter for themselves. I think people just don't want to, there's a need to not bring onto yourself more than what's happening, because there's already a lot happening personally and collectively for people that, if there are things that hold us back, that we feel maybe we don't have much of a say about it, then there is a kind of wanting to break free of that. The Hierophant though also brings guidance for us to guidance and spiritual alertness, spiritual peace, spiritual paths for us to move into where we want to go, to ease burdens, to change directions here. All right, I want to find out about the Harmony card. Why is the Harmony card here? Okay, so 6 of Cups in Hidden Energies, which is a kind of very harmonious, nostalgic card. So it does tell me about making peace with family members, making peace with past people from the past, people who have been important in our lives is also another issue. We do have the Prince of Cups though. That's like our Knight of Cups. So there's like something incoming. And with that 6 of Cups, oh wow, and then 9 of Swords. So there's like a kind of, yeah, I feel like I hate seeing this for everybody, but I feel that past things that have been difficult, past relationships particularly, and I am seeing something here a little bit about love relationships as well, that have had difficulties and challenges. I know the collective has had difficulty, like love has been a big topic on the table. Just look at any of the YouTube tarot readings, like how challenging people find connections now. So there is something here of an eye to success. There's an eye to someone in your life, or people, could be more than one, wanting to make amends. But there is a kind of anxiety here, because I do feel like with these people there is like history. These are people returning to create harmony, to create a kind of smooth, calmed waters, a more grounded energy, a more stilled energy. But there is a lot of like anxiety about this happening, about an offering of a cup, expressing of emotions. So it does seem like we have over here, I feel if we're talking about the whole thing, like we're talking about relationships in general, work relationships, friendships, love, all of that, family, there's definite difficulty which people are wanting to release and then move into a state of calm. And 4 of Torches is our 4 of Wands, right? It's our celebratory card. Look at this one. This person has kind of let go. This is really the card for me of like letting go, feeling like I'm at a place where I want to be. But can I Can I achieve this? The Nine of Swords under harmony is like knowing that there is a knowing that I do need to move forward, and maybe that is the challenge, that is the growth that's going to be happening for people, is how do I let go of things that have been difficult. Prince of Cups, and then offer that cup. How do I let go of my emotions and reveal them to people that I want to heal things with? All right, and let's get creativity oracle advice for the collective in July. What do we need to know? Look at this, recycle. We just spent the time talking about something in the past that needs to be healed, learning from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. Exactly. I feel like July is going to be the time where things heal themselves, balance themselves, and try to set themselves aright again. It's like a reset, but it's going to mean that a lot of us have to grow past any kind of grudges, any kind of fears, doubts, anxieties, and just hurt feelings with people in our life. All right, one more, please, for July, for the collective. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. Okay, so yeah, I feel that it's, as we're saying, it's moving past the difficult things to really, and this really falling on top of clinging like fire. Is it like there's that inner fire, a kind of spiritual inspiration, that kind of fire that's lit to make things happen. But it's also going to mean that we have to like move away from the difficulties, and that means not just walking away or avoiding, but maybe healing that as well. All right, so let's pull I'm gonna pull a card, an Ching card for each sign. All right, so let me just clear this away. And I'm gonna pull Lenormand as well, just so we have a sense what's happening now. And we're gonna start now with let's start with fire, since Aries starts the zodiac. All right, so let's not do Aries, we're doing fire signs. Okay, so for fire signs, what can they expect coming up in July for fire signs? Okay, so we have the owls, the oak, the holly tree, and the clover. All right, so for fire signs, I believe that that clinging like fire energy we just saw. I believe that you guys are going to be leading the race, or how do I say, the path with that, because I feel like you guys are the ones that are going to be needing to make connection with someone, or trying your luck to connect with someone, to have a conversation. But the thing is that there's only good that I'm seeing here as the outcome, because it's like you can mend something. There's an energy here of an opening to mend a situation. It does tell me here with the holly tree, in the winter, this could be happening in the last part of the year, which we already are, but maybe later on. So like maybe fall and into the winter months. And also I feel like there's an inner guidance that's pushing you to have now this kind of to make a connection, to have a conversation, to communicate something here. And you do see that it's like with the flower here, the flowers, it's a new phase of like good feeling. It's a new phase of something nice. After I do feel like there's been a period of away from whoever this energy is or whatever this energy is in your life, and there's a need now to restart, to have that grow again, and it's being led by the conversation that you bring, the communication that you kind of initiate. But with the clover, that does tell me that this could start a long-term situation, a healthy dynamic again, is what I'm seeing. All right, so let's let me grab you a card. For fire signs, what do they need to know? Okay, cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So there's a kind of sweetness. Yeah, there's a kind of, the cow is a very sweet energy, very abundant energy. I do have a deck where the cow is the empress, and so that is a very prosperous type of energy, a very giving, nurturing energy. So if there is worry about like the outcomes of things, that this could be a time in July where you are moving forward with a connection, if it's love, where there could be the possibility to nurture something, and you may be surprised at the possibility of that. Actually, you may be convinced that that's not possible, but I feel like there's a kind of inner wisdom calling you forward. All right, so let's move on to water signs. I warned you about the noise. All right, so water signs in July. What's happening in July for water signs? For water signs. Okay, a whole lot. I'm being called to put these down. Okay. I wasn't going to take all of these, but water signs. All right, so you have a very interesting card. Let's just put this up. It's the snake. The snake is normally not a very pleasant card in the hidden energy, so what you need to look out for. But we do have this is the snake that is shedding its skin. So that talks about growth. That talks about changes happening. So if there is a situation that was difficult, you didn't trust it, water signs, there's a kind of evolution happening. And we have two moons here in these pictures, and that just reminds me of this happening overnight, and it could be in the realm of emotions. So anyway, there's with the moon, the heart, and the whip. And this one, it's like, I think it's the birch rod, I think it's called. But it's like a knowing. There's some kind of deep knowing. I feel like almost like it's cyclical. I don't know, it's how I feel. It's like a cyclical call towards some kind of romantic love energy. For you water signs, it's undoubtedly in the realm of some kind of relationship, some kind of heart-based relationship. Could be a love, romance, that you're being called forward to. It's like that something is coming in for you, and I feel like it's creating all kinds of tensions in you. There could also be a strong kind of a sexual energy, a kind of passionate energy that is driving this forward as well. But there is also a deep kind of bond as well, kind of deep kind of feeling as well, that is incoming for you. There is, I don't know, there's a kind of like inner, yeah, there is a kind of inward feeling here. Someone being in their feelings, their emotions, their inner place, their heart center, and also being connected to their intuition. And something then comes forward, and then we're able to change things. Something that was difficult is changing. All right, so let me grab a card, an oracle for you. Beliefs. We all have certain beliefs that help us or can trap us and keep us from moving toward creative solutions. Okay, and I feel like that is exactly what our snake card here tells us, is that maybe this situation has been difficult. Maybe just because of how we've thought of things, how we've perceived things. But now there's a chance to kind of free ourselves from that and create something new with this person or in this situation that we're thinking about. Yeah. All right, so that is it for you guys, water signs. But look at this intuition at the back of the deck. We start off with a very intuitive drive here, and so that confirms that for me. Really do listen to your subconscious, what comes up. You could be the signs that were having things come up. You know, we looked at the general energies first. Okay. I don't know why I feel like the water signs might be having encounters with fire signs, because it just kind of matches on each side. All right, so let's look at air signs. For air signs, July. What's happening in July? Air signs in July. Air signs. Alright, so air signs have the oak tree. We end on a very good note. There is something here. Okay, we do have the cat here. There is a friend, but you know, air signs have this quality of the cat. Good friend, but very kind of independent, very kind of someone that's going to be there, but you also have to respect the space of this person. I feel like it's a very air sign energy, particularly Aquarius and Gemini. But we do have a little bit of guardedness, a little bit of standing offwards. Off? Is that what I say? Standing off? Standoffishness. Okay, that's the word. Standoffishness. Which totally, maybe with a friend, so maybe we are a little bit standoffish with a friend, but I do see that maybe in the summer months with the oak tree here, we're going to have the opportunity again to build healthy relationships and dynamics. So I definitely see that for you air signs, that you are going to be the signs that are creating the harmony as well, something that can grow with a friend. There's some communication coming in. So air signs, fire signs, that could be, fire signs had the communication as well. So you guys could be having the conversation here also. All right, so let's get a card. In July for air signs. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Okay, so it's time for you to kind of hold your ground a little bit. You know, we're talking about the cat being very independent. So we are going to build something healthy in a connection, in a situation, but we also have to be true to who we actually are, to hold our boundaries as well. Especially if with that Tower card, that's very much in the Badger spirit, being kind of working on your boundaries, but you can now build something again now that you have those things in place. All right, so that is the energy here, air signs. Be open to play as well, you know. Well, I feel like once you have boundaries in place, you don't really need to be as serious anymore, because you're not worried about people taking advantage of you, because you know exactly what you're about. All right, so we're left with earth signs now. For earth signs in July. Earth signs in July. What's happening for earth signs in July? What's happening? What's happening for earth signs in July? Okay. We have the man, we have the cross, and then we have the child. And we also have something here again about communication incoming. So we have 3 signs that have already indicated this, and we did set out initially with that, knowing that things were going to be healed in July and things are going to be balanced. All right, so let me just let my cat in. So yeah, this is kind of what we have is we might be dealing with someone. We do have the figure of someone in our lives. Just a minute. Yeah, and we do have the figure of someone that has been very difficult. This connection has been very challenging, right? Either you as the kind of figure in your life, you as the protagonist in your life, things have been difficult. But I do feel like you are definitely, you've been working at whatever difficulty this is. I do see that there's a potential to kind of move past that and have a new start. But there's a definite call for communication here. Something has to be expressed. Somebody may be initiating that. I don't know why I feel like this is also the fire signs, but it could also be an air sign, because we did see that in the air sign energy. Look at that with a rider here. Was it the air signs that we saw the rider? You can just go back, but I think align it. So whichever one had the rider, I feel like this could be the connection here. But it's meant to bring in a good kind of optimistic period. This is a chance to reset, a chance to rework something that has been difficult. I feel like this could be romantic, or it could be, this could be a romantic figure in your life, someone that's already a part of your life, because the fact that there are burdens, there are difficulties, mean that this has been a kind of long haul with this person. Let's get a card for you. What do they need to know? Earth signs. Transformation, exactly. Okay. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. Number 44, look at that with the horse, the Pegasus, incoming. That's very beautiful. I feel like earth signs, this thing has been difficult. But there's a chance now to change things. And I do feel like you go with that flow. The Pegasus is a very blessed and gifted and fortuitous animal, mythical animal. And it's a very rare opportunity, and so I would say go with that, because this might be the universe saying, okay, we're moving you past that point now. All right, and this is it for you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching through. I hope this has been useful, and do let me know down in the comments as well. All right, take care and all the best.